It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. And our focus goes to Jalen Johnson. He's now up to a 60-tackle season following his last performance. It's the Bears and the Titans on Thursday night primetime.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Tonight we kick off Week 13 with a great Thursday night matchup between the Tennessee Titans and the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. Now, they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Titans, they come in off the extended break from the bye.
I think it was much needed as well. You play 2.5 months, you're ready for some time off to get set for the home stretch.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taking it about the 1. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting out a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
Let's go now.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And not a whole lot there. Maybe a yard to the 27. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
There's a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. Done to get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
Here's Hardman to return. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And it'll be Titan football. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And they'll be led out by their 3rd-year quarterback.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that, because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
And nowhere to run for Willis. He goes down. Roquan Smith, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. 3rd down, it's Willis. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Some applause for the defense there. They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at 4th down. Well done.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Bears take over. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together. They've got a chance of coming out with a W.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that's incomplete.
That certainly looks like nothing to show now from these first 2 possessions. And guess what? When you're on a losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive play callers, quarterback, they've got to get together and dial something up to start their next drive. Otherwise, it could be a long game.
That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10.
Come on. Hey.
They'll start out here with the option left. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Running on first down is Jones, but he's not going to get much, maybe a couple. And it's 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll run the option to the short side left.
Holding offense.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders. Tough spot for Willis and the Titans, now facing 3rd and long following the sack. Looking to throw. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. On the move past the 40. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The Titans had 3 and 8 on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
It goes as a loss of 6, and now 3rd down.
Well, I would have figured up to the 9-yard run on the previous play. Getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Back to throw Willis. And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On is Josh Lambo for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. The kick by Lambo is good, and the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's now 6 dropbacks, 6 incompletions. Yeah, the defense been pretty good early, but he's got to start hitting some of those throws. He's making them better than what they actually are.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
Okay, right? Let's go.
And some room to work. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Blue check. Check this. Smith red. Ready.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he'll work down inside the 45.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Back to Montgomery on second down. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
Ready.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
2029-ton basketball player boy got our father to Florida 11, 12 and tomorrow.
And bring you up 4th down.
Gay's kick is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points.
14 God trust God our Father to 2029.
The end zone. That's what he's searching for now.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't run too much, don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about them.
19 boy got our fathers too.
And back at the 40. He lost 2, and it brings up 4. Here's Jack Fox now as he'll pull it away for the second time. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Ready?
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And his throw is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw here. And that is incomplete. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Hardman on the return. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that he spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after one. Second quarter now, Titans in possession of the football as they've got it with a third down coming up. Now Willis. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory.
Down the numbers. There he goes. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown.
Young family members 2029.
His fourth touchdown on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead. So a nice
family members 2029.
Playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time. They were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Willis now off play action. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far, offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
Fielded at the 33. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. The Chicago offense set to get started. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And his throw here is incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Green, yellow, 1, blue, check, pitch.
He'll look to throw. finding his safety valve here. That's complete. The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. Here's Tommy Townsend now. He's been terrific so far. And this will be taken at the 13. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the Titans getting set to go. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives. So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say? Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter. Doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is brought in at the 21. So a change of possession here on the punt. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it's 2nd down. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll work this one up to about the 38.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And that will be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. 35 yards that time on the punt, and it'll be Titan football. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes a better punter may actually determine the outcome.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he'll be tackled at about the 35.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Let's go now.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, it's Jones. Down to about the 45.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker, and the Bears will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
Well, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at the 45. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And this one is incomplete.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, still in the first half here, a long way to go. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. The offense on 3rd down tonight, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Jack Fox out to pull here on the 4th down. That's taken on the 25. Runs over it. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And the Bears take over. The Chicago offense set to get started. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like, because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge, because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Going up the gun, Montgomery. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that will be incomplete. Now, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Here's Hardman to return. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Titans set and ready to go on offense. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Here's Willis now off the play fake. They'll roll him out right. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that.
I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays, because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Willis. And that is incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they were trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
And he fields it cleanly. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
His throw incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Ready?
On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. And he'll be well short of a 1st down as he stopped again right at the line of scrimmage. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 37. Willis looking to throw on 1st down. Incomplete.
Well, this is a ball with not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again on 2nd and 10, it's Willis. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bears sack. Devon Hamilton gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. Tough spot for Willis and the Titans, now facing 3rd and long following the sack. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? Here's Jack Fox on to punt. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. This is taken at the 23. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and CD in a minute. First, it's time to take a look at what we've got coming your way this weekend in the NFL. As far as the early games go, we'll be watching that one in Houston. The Texans in for a fight as they'll square off against the Miami Dolphins. More good stuff later in the afternoon, one being down in the desert, where it'll be the Cardinals at home in Glendale, taking on the LA Rams. And one more to highlight, a good one on Monday Night Football between the Detroit Lions and the Dallas Cowboys. Continuing on, here's a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Titans. And I can imagine the halftime discussions are about how can we improve the running game. They have not had success so far, and it's reflected on the scoreboard. Meanwhile, for the Bears, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play. These two teams currently going over their final halftime adjustments. We are just about set to get back to it in the second half. And for the call, let's go back to Soldier Field and Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Titans getting set to go here to begin the third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half. This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. Third and long coming up. Here's Willis, third and long. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Nick Bosa drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up fourth down. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's when we turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely, because remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And the next-gen stat's going to show just how much time he had to make a decision, and it's not much. 3 seconds, the final clocking. The Bears in good field position to start out, 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll drop to throw. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. He'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on to kick it away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4 on 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Second down throw coming by Willis. Open man downfield is Hardman. He's got it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain there of 30 big ones.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller, because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts, because he definitely needs some assistance.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. But plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on and that takes them up to another level. Right now they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
We're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Onto the field now come the Bears. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Hardman on the return. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll go again to Jones. And not much room to speak of. He'll get about 3 up to the 41. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
On now is the Titans punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. The Chicago offense set to get started. Now, this game has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
Yellow, line, blue, check.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
Illegal blocking the back. Offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. They'll look to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
This is fielded at the 27. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt, and it'll be Titan football. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Willis looks to pass it here. He'll get this into the hands of Braxton Berrios. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. For 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And he's just going to be short here. Barely. Maybe by half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now it'll be 4th and short.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Bears will get the football back. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on to kick it away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
On the jump.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Dancing to his left. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Here we go, here we go.
Now they'll look to Willis to pass it here. And he fires one that's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Ready, go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And his throw's going to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now back to throw.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And now another one thrown incomplete. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so. Because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball. And he doesn't concentrate, drops it.
So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Titans now just about ready to take over. A tougher task for them now. That turnover on their last possession led to the field goal, meaning that they have to now try to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. This time Willis will throw it.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's entered.
Jaquan Brisker.
And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
But here in the 4th quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages, but not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They'll set up to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. This one no doubt important for Matt Gay. This one from 48 yards away. And Gay knocks this one through. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Well, things obviously not going their way. Trailing here in the 4th quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
We all know it's an intense game and things can get heated out there. That's part of the battle.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
David Montgomery, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
This one fielded at the 5. And he returns this to the 22.
Out come the Titans now.
They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this 4th quarter.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And this is dropped. Oh, my goodness, there was no one around him, but he took his eye off it, and it falls incomplete. On third down, it's Willis. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Then a flag comes out as that is batted down and incomplete. But I think there was early contact. Let's check the call. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call. But for a second there, I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
And he'll be taken down at the 34. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. An inside give to Jones. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Bears will get the football back. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50.
45 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Back to throw. And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked up by Christian Fulton. And the Titans are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
Now left side on the swing pass. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On third down, here's Jones. And this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. 5 yards on the carry, good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Out of the gun now on third down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
From the 6. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. First and 10 now. Willis and the Titans at the 31-yard line. Willis will look to throw on first down. Finding Hardman here over the middle. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. A good gain on first has them set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Up the middle, Jones. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
Okay, break.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. And his throw is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Nick Bosa able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. Willis, 4th down, has to have it. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Back to Montgomery on second down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time, and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that, and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for the Bears, the playoffs may be out of reach, but the win gets them to 4-8 on the year. And they'll have a few extra days here now before they face the Lions next week. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, it's another week with more questions than answers as they fall to 3-9. And they'll try again next week at home against New England.